Didn't realize that you can't actually directly pin things into this. Maybe I should have known that, minor details, but I've kind of shaped how this is going to look onto this little mag. What I did, I was like, oh, let's start sewing, and then I didn't bring any fabric. I'm so mad that it doesn't fit me. You said it's too big, right? Yeah. Hey guys, it's me, Rena from Stand With Crochet, and welcome to another part of me working on my wedding top. Here I am again, retroactively filming another intro for my video, but you know, I just wanted to pop in and say, this is definitely going to be a multi-part video series of me crocheting. Honestly, at this point, mostly sewing my wedding top. Just because there's a lot of things I need to do, and I'm kind of winging this as I go. I'm just gonna do some video editing and turn back time with where we left off last time. Hello folks, I am going to start stitching up my mock-up again. So let's, I guess, get to it. I've seen videos of people literally sewing over their pins, and I was a little scared to do that, but honestly, I tried it out earlier today, and I think I can do it. I didn't have any issues. I didn't break anything, which is good. I just have to make sure I go slow, which I will do because otherwise I will just, everything will get messed up. Let me repin some of these and I will try and essentially sew over these edges. Wish me luck on my attempt at making another mock-up, and I really hope this fits me because I will be sad if it doesn't. Like, really, really sad actually if it doesn't. Honestly, this is gonna sound really weird, but this, like, mock-up top is a lot easier to do than the baby shirt I was working on earlier, which I feel like should say a lot. I don't know, either this top is really easy or I'm just really bad at putting collars on things. We'll see. Okay, probably not the cleanest job of everything, but it's not bad either. Okay, so I sewed my mock-up again, and this time I want to try installing a zipper so that way it'll be easier for me to like get in and out of it. And so to install a zipper, I saw a hack of how to do that online, where you sew everything shut and then you sew the zipper onto it. But it requires you to press your seams, and I don't have an iron. So I need to go buy an iron. And with how this is, I can't exactly like slip it on and off either. So I need an iron and I need to install a zipper. I present you the world's worst zipper. How's it look?
It looks like, I mean, it looks pretty competent. It's like a little bit, I don't know. It looks like I could use like some ironing or something.
Oh, definitely. I mean, to be fair, this is my mock-up.
Okay.
So this is like what I'm going to be using to like, this is my practice piece essentially.
Yeah.
For the liner.
Yeah.
For reference. And then I'm also going to, and now that I know that this fits me, I want to use this as like the guide for my future crochet at least.
Okay.
But also I'm going to have to buy fabric and basically remake this properly and more prettily, and ideally not using the zipper because that was terrible.
Okay. The zipper looks a little bit too long.
Oh, no. I literally only put the zipper on there to kind of give myself a frame of reference of how it's going to close up because I want to install buttons instead.
Yeah.
But this top is literally designed for like a zipper or like a close up.
Yeah.
You can't, and I didn't have a means of like pinning it on myself per se. So I just installed a zipper to make it easier for me to kind of like put on and take off kind of thing.
Right.
I don't care that it doesn't match.
Yeah.
But it's mainly for the sake of putting it on, taking it off.
Yeah, it's
to try on.
it's just a temporary measure.
Yeah, but not bad, you know?
Yeah.
Just here, chilling. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, now that my mock-up is done, I need to buy all the fabric for my top. And this is one of those times where I truly mourn the loss of Joanne. Because if Joann's were still around, I would be able to go there, touch and feel all the fabric, and make decisions on both interfacing and all that stuff. There are some local fabric stores in the Pittsburgh area, but I'm not skilled enough to go there by myself. I have to go with someone else. And honestly, like, again, Joann's had all sorts of fabrics. Michael's not up to snuff. Hobby Lobby, I've heard their stuff is mostly for quilting, not for like a wedding dress. And that's a similar situation with Walmart as well, is that like, yes, they have fabric, but like, if you wanted to make a wedding dress, Joann's was the place to go. Like, other places that sell fabric, my understanding is that their fabric is more for quilting, but not for like actual clothes making. I don't know. My friend Caroline sent me a bunch of websites of where I can buy fabric online for, you know, somewhat affordable. I did end up buying 2 yards of fusible interfacing, so that's gonna be over there. I ordered 6 swatches of both lining and main fabric that I could use for my dress. I'm gonna show off all these swatches. I got cotton wool. This is bridal satin. I also got some polyester charmeuse, some polyester silk lining, some silky habutai lining, and polyester chiffon. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter how sheer this stuff is because they're gonna be linings after all and double layered and stuff, but I feel like you need something somewhat solid because this chiffon's a little thin, right? Like the skirt I have has polyester chiffon, so this is probably most similar to my skirt, but I don't know if I want my top to be that. And then I got this lining, which is quite nice. It's really soft, at least. I mean, this lining is also soft. This bridal satin is very solid. It's very stiff. It's stiffer than I anticipated it being. It's also very shiny. I don't know if I want it this shiny, actually. Ooh, the charmeuse is quite nice. It's nice and drapey. And I was also looking for a more natural option for a lining, and this is cotton wool. It's very soft, but I don't know. Frankly, I am a little overwhelmed by the options that I ordered online. So I'm just gonna ask for a second opinion before I make a purchasing decision because I feel like I'll be stuck with it. I am kind of leaning towards the polyester charmeuse though, just because it might be closer to my vision. There's gonna be crochet on top of it because like shiny is nice, but if it's too shiny, it looks cheap. This bridal satin is like very thick though. I don't know if I'd like that on me.
Done the editing, I am going to block this and I'm also gonna knit on the slippers because I don't think I can tidy before I finish the slippers. Kenya Top by Caitlin Hunter. It's a pattern I bought very early in my knitting journey and I still really like the look of it, but both times I've tried it, I've ended up with a massively oversized monster of a top for some reason. We do birthday celebration stuff for today and tomorrow, so might do a birthday vlog for members. We'll see. But speaking of...
Okay, so I'm at the point where I can try and add a couple more rows, but I don't know if it will stretch out to be appropriate or not. So I might stop here. If I want to add more rows, I might do like a half square or something. I don't know if I want to add like scalloped edging or a different type of edging to this once the top is done, but I think for now, at least for the motifs, I'm good. Almost, right? And then if I turn this around, I'm almost done with, I still need to create the half squares here and then the pentagons here. But I think after I create those 4 more components, I think I'm good for the bodice. And I want to make the neck part that will actually connect the front and the back, so that way I'm not constantly having to clip this. Now, I will say with the shape of this, I'm a little confused because the back I think is fine because it's flat. But the front is where I might have some issues because obviously I have boobs, and so like it's not flat. And so this part's a little higher than the back. I mean, I could just like stretch it out and like call it a day, but I'm not sure how everything is gonna go. And also like some of these parts are sticking out, but I think this part might be mitigated when I actually sew the lining and everything together. So I'm not going to worry about that too much, but I think this is what I have done so far. And I'm at an okay spot. I have like 1 or 2 ideas of how I want to do the neckline, but I don't want to think about that right now. Okay, so I am experimenting right now with a mile a minute stitch I saw, and I tried this flower one, but I absolutely hate it. I think this would look better with like a worsted weight yarn, but this lace, not it. So I think I'll probably go back to doing like a granny stitch type instead of this double clustered flower. I thought it could work because I have like basically double crochet clustered flowers on the top, but this is not it.
And that's a lace weight. So I'm double stranding a fingering weight and a lace weight. It's kind of working up like a sport weight sock. It's not, which is important for something like socks when you're wearing them all the time. There's a lot of friction when you're walking around.
Okay, so here's the thing. I am at the top part of making the final pieces for this, and I'm trying to figure out the shape of how to get these to work. And I feel like I could fudge like this half hexagon into something. I tried a pentagon earlier and it didn't work as well. And I don't know if I want to do a square. Like, I think this could work, right? Like, it could work, right? It's just a bit too pointy. Maybe if I stretch it out, it'll look right. Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, it's kind of hard to explain how this is looking right now. Let me finish this up and tie it off. It's a little frustrating, if that makes any sense, like how not perfectly lined up it is. Okay, so see how this is like sticking up and then this is flat? I need this half square to be flat. But then at that point, I tried making it a hexagon at first, and then the hexagon just didn't work out because this is a hexagon and this worked out. But am I just better off making like a square instead of a half pentagon? Because the half pentagon matches up with like, you know, everything else here on the back. Should I just keep this and cope maybe? Like, because that feels wrong too. Because like, obviously, yeah, I can stretch this up, but then this part is just kind of like weird. I feel like I have to like cut this a little bit to have it line up. I'm going to leave it for now and not think about it because I don't want to think about it.
Okay, so you have the pattern pieces?
I do. Pattern pieces are there, and then this is the how to lay things out.
Nice. You have so much fabric, you probably won't need to follow that too closely, but generally it does help to follow the grain of the fabric. So if it says to cut a certain way on the grain, or like cut 2, you can cut on the fold, that kind of thing is helpful. This is iron-on interfacing, right?
I think so. That's the one we got when I was here. That's the one I got when I was here. I can look at my order history.
It feels like it to me, and it's just kind of like...
Should I just like casually cut like the the fabric, like some of the excess fabric off, so that way it's like easier to work with? Or
yeah, I would maybe just like test lay out your pieces and then cut off what you don't need.
Okay.
So
yeah, Tetris everything together.
Is this the right size that you need? Remember you made it too big first?
Yes, that is the right size I need.
So you cut this down?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
yeah, you don't need to be too Tetrisy about this because you have so much fabric. Yeah. This is like if you get the exact yardage that they tell you to on the pattern, and then you're following that exactly. Okay. Then you need to fit it that way. This is very much like.
I like being Tetrisy though, but I like the Tetris aspect.
You could go Tetris if you want.
Okay.
Well, so you can put this on the fold and then just cut it. You don't need to cut that on the fold though.
Okay.
So.
Oh my god, my forearms are so cooked right now.
What?
My forearms are so cooked from the, like, literally, like, doing the pinching motion, like...
Oh, your forearms. I think my forearms, and I'm like, mine?
Okay.
If you're good, I'll do my thing if you have questions.
Okay, let me cut around this first.
Oh yeah, you can cut off the excess if that's easier.
Yeah, it might make my life easier, at least. I guess I'll have, like, all sorts of interfacing that's gonna, like... It feels so wasteful. I guess this is why everyone has like 5 million scraps. Okay.
Yeah, also, girl, I will use your interfacing. If you're like, oh, I don't know who you said, I will.
My forearms are still cooked. Why did I have to be healthy today?
Why? Why would you ever decide to be healthy?
Why did I have to go to CrossFit today? So when you sew all these pieces together, I assume that also accounts for some, like... I assume that, like, eats up fabric, too, right?
When you sew the pieces?
Yeah, when you sew, like, the layers and stuff together, you had to sew it... Do you sew it together first and then you lay it out, or...
What do you mean when you lay it out?
Like, do you sew the, like, layers first together? And then do you sew... And then do you sew those, like... pieces with the 3 layers together?
So for the interfacing, generally, since you got iron-on interfacing, you can iron that on, and then you'll basically just put the front and the back together with the interfacing, like, already ironed on.
Okay.
And so then you'll just be putting 2 pieces together. Or are you thinking because, like, you're flipping it inside out kind of thing? Like,
I think in the sense of, like... There's, like, I don't know what I'm asking. Like, it's like, because obviously, so you have the 3 layers, I guess, or you have 2 layers. Do you sew those 2 layers together, and then you put the pattern together?
Oh, okay, I see what you're asking. You mean, like, do you, yeah, sew the layers before you put it,
Is that, like, a hard to say type of situation?
No, I'm just, like, my brain's just, like, processing for a minute. Generally, you want to put it does kind of technically depend on what you're doing. I think in this situation, you'll probably want to put the pieces together, or, like, put the pattern together, and then put the 2 sides together.
Okay, okay. I think that's what I was asking.
Yeah. I will also, we should check the pattern to see what it says about, because, like, it is, I assume it wants you to, like, cut out 2 layers anyway, right?
Yeah, because there's, like,
so we'll see what it says about, specifically how it wants you to, like, fold up the edges to, like, fold, like, put things together. Because you'll probably have to fold awkwardly around the curve inside and maybe, like, clip some of this to, like...
Dude, the folding along the curve is so difficult.
It's so annoying.
Oh my god, it's so hard.
Don't worry, we'll get it.
Totally random, but this is a lot easier to cut when you actually have, like, a full thing of fabric versus using...
Scraps? Yeah.
Scraps and putting them together.
That I forced to find you last time.
Honestly, I didn't have to buy anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the best part. I didn't have to buy anything.
Estate.
Everything's cut. And here's the giant mountain of scrap fabric. Here are all my pieces. Yay. So, Caroline has lent me her iron, and I now need to iron on the fabric. my interfacing onto my fabric, and I'm scared. So, okay, this is the glue. This is the glue. So, like, you see how this lines up, right?
Yep.
Hopefully it lines up.
Yep.
It's like a little off, but
It should be okay.
does it matter, or?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Yeah. That's all part of your single lines anyway. You'll be okay.
Oh, okay. First time fucking around with interfacing. You can see how nervous I am.
Is it gluing? Is it like...
I hope so.
You can give it... I think you can give it a little bit more. You don't have to be quite so gentle. You can... And maybe do stuff in sections. So, like, normally I'll be like, do a little bit here and then move in a little bit.
Okay. I love how I'm learning how to sew as I make my wedding top. That's
no better way to learn than jumping right into something big.
This is, I mean, is this is this me being vibes based?
For once, yes. But you're not. You're following a pattern very closely. So.
I'm trying to do it right. It's like, it feels
There's
like
no one perfect way to do sewing. So.
I feel like it, I mean, I guess it's on, but...
Yeah, that's on.
Okay.
You're good.
Cool.
If you hold it up, it doesn't fall apart. Like, you're good.
I mean, some parts do, but, like...
It's okay. It's
gonna bother me otherwise.
okay.
Oh, I see why there's a... You're supposed to have things facing the right way now.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut this again.
How is it not fitting though?
Like, no, it's the same shape, but like, it's not the same direction.
Yeah. But you cut everything out the right way, right?
I don't know.
Or did you cut, like, one piece that said to cut two, you cut in the same direction?
I don't know.
Oh,
no. Found it. Okay, thank God. Like, I think the sewing I want to be good at is thrift flipping.
Yeah.
Thrift flippers don't use interfacing, or do they?
Depends on what you're making. If
Okay.
you're cutting it up and using it as fabric, then sure. If you're, like, turning it into something that's like, oh, I just, like, made a cut here and then restitched it, then, like, no.
Like, most of the thrift flips I've seen are people just, like, resizing things.
Yeah.
And stealing clothes from poor people. Well, stealing is not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Illegally stealing.
I was marking all my pieces for, the top and, putting things together, clipping things together to kind of track my progress. But the problem was that especially for the lining specifically, I could not tell for the life of me which was the right side and which was the wrong side. So I'm just gonna not sew that for now. I have put together my main pieces with the main fabric and the interfacing, and I mean, it's fine. Edges are a little botched, but I think for now it's okay. This part always confused me a little bit. It always looks a little rough, but I think when I turn it around, it looks okay. It's not amazing. It's still, like, I'm sure to professional sewists, this is definitely very, like, basic work, but it looks fine. So I'm gonna call it a success. I'm hoping to go to my friend's place again tomorrow or sometime this weekend to work on this more, and hopefully she can help me figure out which side is which for the lining part, and then I will just keep working on this for record.
Okay, so here, lift up your arm. Okay, so as we can see here, the armpit looks fine. The extra fabric is more sort of like up here. So either if you add like a layer of stitching here, or we kind of chop this part off on the pattern and then repeat on the other side as well. Here, lift up your other arm. Yeah, so that's pretty symmetrical on both sides. And then turn around in the back so I can get this in video format. So you can see in the back here that it's just a little too tight and kind of like pulling in a few directions. So need to either add some to the sides here or otherwise figure out like how we want to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so a little update on the dress. I went to my friend's place and, I worked a little bit on the lining for the pattern. So whenever I would put my crochet onto that mannequin over there, I noticed that it was tight around the front and then there was some fabric peeking out based off of that mock-up I made. Today at my friend's place, I had put most of the pieces together, and I was at the point where it was time for me to sew, like, you know, the base layer fabric and the lining together. And that was the point where I'm like, okay, so if you are going to make any changes that you noticed on the mock-up, this is the time to change it. My friend helped me pin the top to my shirt that I was wearing and also pin the crochet on. And yes, we did notice like some fabric peeking out here, but there were a couple of things a little bit different from putting it on me versus putting it on that mannequin. The only thing kind of consistent was like the fabric around here. What was interesting was that the crochet wasn't necessarily like pulling here, but my lining and my crochet wasn't fitting as much on the back like I thought it was, especially on my mock-up. On my mock-up, it fits me. It fits the technical dimensions, but on me, it doesn't as much. Theoretically could, but it would be kind of tight, if that makes sense. And so my friend was suggesting this, and I know she's right, but I hate that she's right because I don't want to do this or accept it, is that I am going to have to recut out the back piece of the pattern. And I kind of don't want to do that, but I think it is for the best. In the video that my friend helped take for me, there was like the back part, it would be better for me to extend the back part. I think the crochet, it could stretch and it wouldn't be an issue. Or if it is an issue, I can add kind of like a little border on the side to kind of tie everything together, which I think I should do anyway, add some sort of trim along the edge. I don't know what type of trim to add, but I think I should add a trim of some sort around like the underarm as well as on the side of the back right there, because I think that would be nice. I don't know what yet, because I still want it to kind of stretch a little bit. I don't know if I want to do single crochets, because I feel like single crochets could look cleaner, but I feel like it needs some sort of edging, but I can't determine what that edging would be. So I need to kind of do some thinking up here to figure that out a little bit. Beside that, I also realized I need to redo the pattern piece for the very back panel of my dress pattern. And I also need to kind of adjust the sleeves, but I think the first thing I want to do is cut out the back panel for that dress pattern. I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to get on my fabric right now. I don't want to think about it because the idea kind of irritates me. This is making me think a lot about sewing in general. And look, I have this fantasy of making my own clothes, but sewing kind of pisses me off. This is kind of testing my patience a little bit. I know when I finish this, I'll love it and it will be great, but this part is actually pissing me off. I'm just gonna step back, sleep. It's a long weekend right now. I'm not gonna think about it a little bit, and I will come back and make those adjustments. I think this is a good place to end my video for this round. There's definitely another part of this that will come eventually. It's so funny because I know the last video I made making this dress, I was also frustrated at sewing, and this video also ends with me being frustrated at sewing. So it is what it is. I think that has definitely been the hardest part of making this top so far, but whatever. For those of you who have made it this far, thank you for watching, and any words of encouragement, because sewing truly is testing my patience. I will see you in the next one. Bye!